Let's make another randomly generated piece of jewelry.
Today's numbers are drawer 6, impression die 22. Here is the die we've chosen. I'm actually really excited. I have not used this one before. These designs were components for either an earring or a pendant, and the original design was hand carved in Paris, France in like the late 1800s, maybe early 1900s. So I'm really excited to get to use this. I'm going to make a pair of earrings. So the first thing I do is I press some fine silver into the small design on the die. I press 2 of those. Next, I want to prepare the metal for pressing the drop component. I set my dividers to slightly wider than the design and then scribe that width onto a piece of silver. That line gives me a guide for where I'm going to cut that metal. Next, I head over to the hydraulic press and use a small piece of urethane. You can see I'm only pressing a small section. It didn't pick up much of the detail. So I'm adding more urethane, and I will move the urethane and continue pressing until I pick up all of that gorgeous detail. Ooh, I'm in love. Before I cut each of these components out, I am drilling a hole in each ring of each component. It's easier to hold on to before I saw the design out. And then it's a deburring tool that's used in watchmaking, and I use that to remove the burr that is left around the hole in the metal when you drill it. And now comes the fun part where I saw out the components. These are the 2 small pieces, and then I repeat that same process to cut out the larger drops. Unlike previous pieces, I'm leaving a slight border around this design as I cut it out. I just really like how it gives kind of an outline to the stamping. You can see the cut edges are really rough, so I use sanding discs and other tools to smooth the edges, make everything nice and soft and not scratchy or sharp. I always make my own ear wires, so here I'm using a pair of pliers to make a small loop, which is where the dangle will hang from, and then using a different part of those same pliers to form the part that will go through the earlobe when worn. I do a lot more finishing off camera, and here are the finished earrings. These are absolutely stunning. If I had any reason to wear a gown in my life, I would pair these earrings with that. Instead, I might make myself a pair to go to the grocery store. The bulk of the earrings are fine silver, but I connected the pieces with gold-filled jump rings. Gold-filled material is silver that has a gold, in this case I believe it's 12 karat gold, coating on the surface that is many, many more times thicker than gold plating. So it's much more durable. I really enjoy that contrast of the gold against the silver and the darkened patina. I had so much fun making these, and I'm thrilled that whoever chose these numbers got this die because I've been wanting to make these for a long time. And if you want to get in on this randomly generated jewelry series that we're doing, I need you to leave 2 numbers in the comment. A number 1 through 8, which will determine which drawer I choose, and a number 1 through 85, which will determine the die from that drawer I'll pick. And how about you let me know what type of metal you prefer your jewelry to be made out of? Some people like gold, some people like copper, some people like mixed metals. So let me get an idea of what you all like. Thank you all for the continued support, and I will see you in the next randomly generated piece of jewelry.